Lords of the ocean, a look at orcas. These magnificent creatures, often referred to as killer whales, are among the most powerful predators in the ocean. Their striking black and white markings make them easily recognizable, and their sheer size and strength are awe-inspiring. Orcas, also known as killer whales, are magnificent creatures. They are not just powerful hunters but also highly intelligent and social animals. Their complex social structures and behaviors have fascinated scientists and marine biologists for decades. They are highly intelligent and social animals. Living in pods, orcas form tight-knit family groups that can include up to 40 individuals. These pods are matriarchal, led by the oldest female, and members communicate using a variety of vocalizations and echolocation. Orcas in the wild can live for decades, forming strong family bonds. These bonds are crucial for their survival, as they rely on each other for hunting and protection. The young orcas learn essential skills from their elders, ensuring the continuity of their pod's traditions and knowledge. Their immense size and power are awe-inspiring. Adult males can reach up to 32 feet in length and weigh as much as 10 tons. Despite their size, orcas are incredibly agile, capable of reaching speeds of up to 34 miles per hour. Yet their captivity for entertainment has sparked controversy for years. The practice of keeping orcas in marine parks and aquariums has been widely debated, with many questioning the ethics of confining such intelligent and social creatures. The debate centers on the ethics of confining such intelligent creatures. Critics argue that the small tanks and lack of social interaction in captivity can lead to physical and psychological distress for these animals. Many argue that captivity harms their physical and psychological well-being. In the wild, orcas travel vast distances, hunt for their food, and engage in complex social interactions. In captivity, these natural behaviors are severely restricted. The debate reached a boiling point in 2004 at SeaWorld San Antonio. A tragic incident involving an orca and a trainer brought the issue to the forefront of public consciousness, leading to widespread calls for change. A terrifying incident unfolded, shaking the public's perception of these majestic animals. The event highlighted the potential dangers of keeping such powerful creatures in captivity, and raised questions about the true cost of entertainment. It forced a closer examination of the true cost of keeping orcas in captivity. As public awareness grows, there is increasing pressure on marine parks to change their practices and find more humane ways to engage with these incredible animals. July 27, 2004, began like any other day at SeaWorld. The sun was shining brightly, casting a warm glow over the park. Families and friends were excitedly making their way through the gates, eager to experience the wonders that awaited them inside. The air was filled with the sounds of laughter and the scent of popcorn and cotton candy. Tourists flocked to the park, eager to witness the spectacle of the Shamu Adventure Show. This show was one of the main attractions, drawing crowds from all over the country. The anticipation was palpable as visitors hurried to find the best seats in the amphitheater, cameras in hand, ready to capture the magic of the performance. Among them was Steve Abel, a seasoned trainer with years of experience. Abel was well known and respected in the marine animal training community. His dedication to the animals and his passion for educating the public about marine life made him a beloved figure at SeaWorld. Abel had developed a close bond with the orcas. He spent countless hours training and caring for them, understanding their behaviors and building a relationship based on trust and mutual respect. The orcas responded to him with affection, and their interactions were a highlight of the show. He believed in the educational value of these shows. Abel saw them as an opportunity to teach the public about the importance of marine conservation and the beauty of these magnificent creatures. His talks were always informative and engaging, leaving the audience with a deeper appreciation for the ocean and its inhabitants. He saw them as a way to foster appreciation for these animals. The joy and wonder on the faces of the children and families in the audience were a testament to the impact of his work. Each show was a chance to inspire the next generation to care for the environment and protect marine life. However, on this fateful day the show took a horrifying turn. What started as a routine performance quickly descended into chaos. The audience watched in stunned silence as the unexpected unfolded before their eyes. The star performer, a massive 7,000-pound orca named Kyuquot, became the agent of chaos. Kyuquot, who had always been a reliable and gentle giant, suddenly exhibited aggressive behavior. The trainers struggled to regain control, but the situation quickly spiraled out of hand. The events that followed would forever change SeaWorld and ignite a firestorm of debate. The incident raised serious questions about the ethics of keeping such large and intelligent animals in captivity. It sparked a nationwide conversation about animal welfare, leading to changes in policies and practices at marine parks around the world. As the show commenced, Kyuquot initially followed Abel's cues. He performed tricks, eliciting gasps and applause from the audience. But beneath the surface, a change was brewing. Kyuquot's behavior became erratic. He began to disobey commands, a stark departure from his usual obedience. The crowd, oblivious to the danger lurking beneath the water's surface, remained captivated. Then, without warning, Kyuquot unleashed his fury. He lunged at Abel with terrifying force, slamming his massive body into the unsuspecting trainer. The crowd gasped, their cheers turning to screams of horror as the water erupted in a maelstrom of churning whitecaps. Abel, caught completely off guard, was thrown into the water. He struggled to regain his bearings, his body tossed around like a rag doll in the powerful grip of the enraged Orca. Kyuquot, his black eyes devoid of their usual playfulness, pressed his attack. He repeatedly dragged Abel underwater, holding him submerged for what felt like an eternity. Each time Abel surfaced, gasping for air, Kyuquot would strike again. The trainer's training kicked in. He remained calm, fighting the urge to panic. He knew that any sign of fear could further agitate the Orca, but as the attack continued, hope began to dwindle. Section 5. Escape from the Jaws of Death. Time blurred into a terrifying dance of survival. Abel, battered and bruised, clung to life as Kyuquot relentlessly pursued him around the pool. The other trainers watched in horror, their shouts drowned out by the commotion. Finally, in a moment of sheer luck, Abel saw an opportunity. As Kyuquot surfaced for air, Abel, with adrenaline coursing through his veins, made a desperate dash for the edge of the pool. He scrambled onto the platform, his heart pounding in his chest. He had escaped the jaws of death. Section 6. The Aftermath and Troubling Questions. The audience sat stunned. The gruesome spectacle seared into their memories. The show was immediately cancelled as medical personnel rushed to Abel's aid. He had survived, but the psychological scars ran deep. The incident sent shockwaves through SeaWorld and the world. How could such a thing happen? SeaWorld attributed the attack to Kyuquot's adolescent hormones, claiming it was an isolated incident. But whispers of doubt began to circulate. Was this truly an isolated incident, or a stark warning sign of the dangers of keeping such powerful predators in captivity? Section 7. Echoes of Tragedy. Other Orca Attacks. The tragic events of that day in San Antonio were not isolated. They were part of a disturbing pattern that has emerged over the years, highlighting the dangers of keeping these majestic creatures in captivity. Other trainers had faced similar and in some cases even more horrific fates at the hands of captive orcas. These incidents have raised serious questions about the ethics and safety of keeping orcas in marine parks. In 2009, Alexis Martinez, a trainer at Loro Parque in Spain, was killed by an orca named Kyuquot. The incident shocked the world and brought to light the inherent risks involved in working with these powerful animals. The attack was swift and brutal, leaving Martinez with fatal injuries. It was a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of orcas, even those that have been in captivity for years. Then, in 2010, the world watched in horror as Dawn Brancheau, an experienced trainer at SeaWorld Orlando, was killed by Tylicum, an orca with a history of aggression. This incident was particularly harrowing because it was witnessed by park visitors, including children. These tragedies served as grim reminders of the unpredictable nature of these animals and the potential consequences of keeping them confined. The deaths of Martinez and Brancheau have sparked ongoing debates about the ethics of marine parks and the treatment of captive orcas. Many argue that these intelligent and social creatures suffer in captivity, leading to stress and aggression. The conversation continues as more people become aware of the dark side of orca captivity. Section 8. The Shifting Tides of Public Opinion. The repeated tragedies involving orcas and trainers sparked a public outcry. The documentary Blackfish, released in 2013, shed light on the controversial practices of SeaWorld and the plight of captive orcas. The film ignited a firestorm of debate, leading to protests and boycotts of SeaWorld parks. Public opinion shifted dramatically. People began to question the ethics of keeping such intelligent and social creatures in captivity for entertainment purposes. The pressure on SeaWorld mounted, forcing them to reevaluate their policies. Section 9. A legacy marred by controversy. In the wake of the controversy, SeaWorld announced significant changes. They ended their orca breeding program and phased out their theatrical orca shows. Trainers were no longer allowed in the water with orcas during performances. These changes, while welcomed by animal welfare advocates, did little to erase the dark legacy of orca captivity. The debate over orca captivity continues. While SeaWorld and other marine parks maintain that their animals receive world-class care, critics argue that no tank can replicate the vastness and richness of the ocean. The question remains, can we justify keeping these highly intelligent and social creatures confined for our entertainment?